Okay, for better or for worse, computers and computerized machines are not only here to stay, but they are taking over real people's jobs. Until recently, the entertainment industry has been unaffected, but now musicians are being replaced by electronic machines, as you know. And now, in the 90s, here comes a robot who has been invented to replace the age-old profession of the stand-up comic. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on our show, maybe anybody's show.
No,
Here he comes. Here is Zed, the robot comedian.
Thank you. I'm Zed, prototype of the ZX line and the future of stand-up comedy. Before we get started, I'd just like to say what a pleasure it is to be here at Aegis and at the Lee. Thank you. Well, what kind of audience do we have here this morning? Anyone? Anyone ever been to a convenience store? Good! Anyone here ever been to high school? Good! Anyone from out of town? Good! Where are you from, sir? Good! Always glad to meet someone from your town. Of course, this isn't the actual act. No, this is just the warm-up. Now, we could do it like this, or we could use microwaves. You know how that works, don't you? This is a wave. This is a microwave. Once again, wave. Microwave. Product of good science gone bad. Thank you. Hi, Regis.
Nice to see you, yeah.
Nice to see you, Rich.
Nice to see you.
Hi, I'm Kathy Lee.
Lee. Always a pleasure to be here with you, Kathy Lee.
Thank you.
Shall we sit down, Zed?
Why don't we, Red?
Okay,
Hey, baby.
Oh my gosh, Reed.
Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
Is that okay?
Certainly.
All right. We go. We go.
Oh my gosh. You okay, Zed?
I haven't had any complaints recently, if that's what you mean.
Okay, Zed, let's try it again.
Shall we try it again?
Yeah, would you rather stand?
I think better on my feet, if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right, fine. Zed, tell us about yourself. I understand you are a big star in Italy, of all places.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I did a program much like this with Raffaele Carrà. Therefore, the RAI, the Italian television network.
Uh-huh.
Of course, many of my basic components come from Torino.
You are just a nuts and bolts kind of guy, aren't you?
Shocking, but true.
Hello, Dr. Tracy?
Yeah, this is Dr. Tracy.
This is David Harmon. I don't know if you remember me, but I was in your class last year.
Yeah, David. It's a little bit early, isn't it? What can I do for you?
Well, I remember you talking about UFOs all the time and how it was one of your favorite hobbies.
Yeah, that's one of my interests.
I know this will sound weird, but I just saw a UFO.
Okay. Describe it to me.
It was like a big fireball that came out of the sky. It flew right over me and landed up past some trees.
Okay, was there an explosion?
Not exactly. I don't know, it's hard to describe. But I've never seen anything like it in my life. I know it wasn't a plane or anything. I think it might be a meteor.
Where are you at? Where did this happen?
Right outside of Harleyville, the town I live in.
Yeah, that's about 5 hours from here.
I know. But I really think this is something worth checking out.
Where can I meet you?
If you take exit 27 off the turnpike and follow it to the left, it'll bring you right to where I am, right next to a big field.
Okay, stay by the side of the road near the field. I'll, give me time to make a few phone calls. I can be there about 6 hours from now, okay?
Don't worry, I'll wait for you.
Great. Okay, we'll see you in about 6. All right, bye-bye.
I'm making yours now, Carol.
Can I have some coffee, Ma?
No.
Coffee ain't no good, Annie. It makes you nervous.
Shut up, JJ.
Well, it's the truth. It makes you nervous.
Mom, I'm gonna be late.
Okay, Carol, I'm moving as quickly as I can.
Late? Late for what?
Huh?
You heard what I said. What the hell are you late for?
I'm gonna be late for the prom.
Here are your bags.
Don't you get snotty with me, girl. Now, where the hell are you going?
It's none of your business where I'm going.
Yeah? As long as you're in this house, it's my business.
Joe, for God's sake, she's 25 years old. Please don't treat her like a
Shut up. I know what you're doing. You're going to meet that Michael Smith kid. I told you before, his old man's a jerk. And I don't want you to have nothing to do with that family.
Oh, just because you tried to cheat Michael's father out of some money and didn't get away with it, he's a jerk, huh? Well, you're the jerk and everyone knows it.
Carol, please.
Oh, Mom, everybody knows Dad's a liar and a cheat. Not to mention a drunken bum.
Joe, for God's sake.
Get off me!
Joe, she didn't mean what she said. You know she didn't mean it. Michael's a nice young man, and you upset her by what you said. Joe, put that gun down. What are you doing? Please go after your father. He's acting crazy and he's gonna hurt your sister.
What can I do, Ma? He's got a gun. You know how he gets.
JJ Montague, for God's sakes, would you please go after your father now?
Okay, but I don't know what I can do. Dad's in a pretty nasty mood.
Please do what you can and get going. God, Andy, I hope JJ could stop your father.
Dad won't hurt Carol.
I hope not.
I hate him.
my God, what's that? Hot damn! Will you look at that? Boy, ain't that something? Oh, what is that thing? And what kind of man was that? Don't think it was any kind of man, JJ. But it don't matter. This thing here could be worth a lot of money. But what is it, Pa? What's it for?
Oh, it's for something, JJ. I'm sure of that. Look, go home, get the wheelbarrow and shovel. We're gonna take this thing with us. Now get going, boy!
Michael Smith, you maniac! Don't do that to me!
Don't do what?
I'm serious. Don't scare me like that. And get that smile off your face. It's not funny.
Hey, come on, it was only a joke.
Yeah, some joke.
You should have seen the look on your face.
You're just lucky I didn't kick you. What with my crazy father chasing me out here with a gun, and now you scaring the hell out of me.
Are you serious?
No, I like to tell lies.
I mean about your father with the gun. I thought I heard a shot.
It was him. Oh, he's been drinking again, as usual.
I don't care. This is the 4th time he scared you with a gun.
Oh, Michael, you know how he is. He's been that way his whole life.
That's his problem. I want you out of there now. You don't have to put up with this.
Michael, I can't go. I can't leave Mom and Annie here all alone with him.
They've got JJ to take care of him.
Michael, I don't want to leave you. I love you.
Then we'll leave together. And if we have to, we'll take Annie and your mother with us.
No. I don't want us to start things off wrong. Oh, look, I want us to get married and have a normal life. But if we run away from Harleyville, things will never be right.
Okay, Carol. But I know one thing. If that father of yours scares you like this again, I'm gonna beat his face in.
This thing came down.
I hope you don't think I'm making this up.
David, I wouldn't be here if I didn't think you were on the level. Now, where did this thing go down?
Well, it went beyond those trees over in the distance.
It's got to be a couple miles. Any trails going back that way? Well, looks like we're going to be doing a little hiking. By the way, does anyone else know about this?
No, not that I know of.
You didn't mention it to anyone?
Not me. People in this town wouldn't understand something like a meteor.
Well, it may be more than that, David. After you called this morning, I checked with several of my sources in the scientific community and found out that something with a rather unusual mass did come down.
What do you think other people are going to be looking for?
Thankfully, no. I talked to a friend of mine over at the Air Force Base, and according to him, they've already chalked this one up as a meteor that burned up in the atmosphere.
Oh, really?
But there is something we do have to be concerned about, and that is we're losing daylight fast. We better get going.
Okay.
You lead the way.
All right.
Doing, boy?
Don't worry, Paul. I'm okay.
Michael, I don't know. Maybe you should wait till you cool down before you talk to him.
Carol, I'm talking to him now.
Yeah, but Michael, something's going on over there, and I don't think this is the right time for a confrontation.
No, Carol, now. Come on, let's go.
What is this thing? Where did you get it?
Dad, where's Carol?
Shut up, I'm busy. JJ, get this thing in the garage.
Just a minute.
Shut up, woman. Hey, you
pull one more stunt like this morning, I'm taking Carol away for good.
Michael, please, you're just gonna make things worse.
Get going. Okay, man, I'm going. You just leave Carol alone, okay? What the heck is that thing?
None of your business, punk. Get moving, JJ.
Wait a minute, JJ. What is that, and where did you get it?
Well, we found this green man in the woods, and Pa shot at it, and it dropped this white thing.
Shut up, JJ. I don't want nobody knowing about that. Now lock it up.
Mom, Frank Custer just pulled up.
Oh, no.
Hey, Frank.
What's up?
I'll bet he came to see that thing from the Green Man.
Annie Montague, I've told you there's no such thing as a green man.
Hey, really glad you could make it. Hey, Vicky, do you look pretty today?
All right, enough of that, Montague. Now listen, this thing you called me out here to see better be good.
It is, Frank, it is.
You say it's worth a lot of money?
You betcha.
Well, are we ever gonna get to see this great discovery, Joe?
Sure, I'll get it for you right now. JJ!
What in heaven's name is that?
He did something else?
Oh, it's something else, all right.
What the hell is it, Joe?
Don't know what it is, but I ain't never seen nothing like it.
And it come from a green man.
Green man? Oh, for God's sakes, Frank, let's get out of here.
Hey, wait a minute, girl. I'll do the thinking here. I ain't never seen nothing like this before.
Yeah. And wait till you see what it does.
All right, good, good. And I'm real anxious to see what this thing does.
Me and JJ found this little switch on it. You gotta turn it on with a pole. Get me the pole, JJ. But you can't get near this thing when it's on. Well, that's something, huh? And I'm telling you, Frank, it was this weird green man. I know it sounds crazy, but it was.
My pa's telling the truth, Frank. I seen this thing, too.
Frank, honey, we gonna stay here and put up with this?
Put up with what?
We ain't lying, Vicky.
You know, I think there's something to what you say, and I'll tell you why. Now, Tom Gibbons told me this morning that he saw a fireball fall out of the sky. All right. So let's say there is a green man, and he dropped this here thing.
He did! He did!
All right. You say this thing's worth a lot of money, and you're probably right. But you know what, Joe? This green man would be worth one hell of a lot more money if we got it to the right people.
I never gave that a thought. Hot damn, Frank, you're right. All we gotta do is hunt the spaceman and blow a hole through him.
No. We gotta get this thing alive. Now look, I know certain parties in the city that would pay big bucks if we could get to this thing before the government boys do. No. We gotta go out and we gotta catch this bird alive.
It ain't gonna be easy. Just the three of us.
I got it all figured out, Joe. Hey, you and me can go to town and get some of the boys to help us. It's better to have too many than not enough.
Yeah, but they're gonna want some of the money.
Sure, we'll pay the boys a little slice. But we're talking big bucks here, Joe. And paying off some of the boys ain't even going to put a dent in what me and you get.
Yeah, you're right. JJ, lock that thing back in the garage and guard it with your life. And don't say nothing. To your ma or your sisters?
Oh, I ain't going to, Paul. Don't worry.
Frank, sweetie, do you really think there is a spaceman?
You think I'd be getting involved here if I didn't?
Stop your worrying, Vicky. You'll see. We're all gonna be rich.
Well, that part of it does appeal to me.
All right, enough talk. Now let's go get some helpers before this spaceman decides to go back to the moon.
And keep an eye on that thing, boy, you hear? Fall in the corner.
Look what just walked in.
Who is that?
That's Frank Custer. He's nothing but trash.
I didn't mean him.
Hank, she's trash too.
Hey! How's it going, guys?
Hey, Frank, Vicky. Well, if it ain't Joe Montague. What you been up to, Joe?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
You ought to see what we've seen out at Joe's.
Will you shut up? How many times do I have to tell you I'll do the talking?
I'm sorry, Frank.
Hey, Frank, what are you gonna have?
I'll take a whiskey.
I got my own. She ain't drinking none. All right, now listen, everybody. Joe and me, we got a proposal for some of you.
What kind of a proposal?
A business proposal, Giddings, if you'll shut the hell up and give me a chance to talk.
What you got in mind, Custer?
Okay. Here's the deal. Now, Joe and me, we need a couple of good men to go out with us tonight and do a little hunting.
You're gonna hunt at night?
Yeah, this is something a lot different than regular old hunting.
That's right, Alice. And we don't need no women.
Hey, no crap, Frank. What's the deal?
All right. Now, Joe and me, we's on to something big. I mean real big. Big bucks kind of big. Now, what we need are some guys with guns to go out with us tonight out around Joe's house to hunt something out in the woods.
What are we looking for, Frank? A bear or something?
No, this ain't no bear. This is something unusual, something special. Now, look. I'll tell you guys all about it tonight at 9 o'clock when we all meet over Joe's house. All right?
Now, wait a minute, Frank. What can be worth so much money that you've got to hunt at night? Yeah, it don't sound right to me.
I sure don't.
Now, look. I know we got something here worth big bucks. And I ain't going to share it with the whole world, just those who comes and helps us. Now, if you go out to Joe's tonight, you'll find out what it is.
And you won't regret it neither. We got something good here. Ask Vicky. She knows.
That's right. I saw it at Joe's.
Hey, woman, didn't I tell you I don't want the whole world knowing about this, huh? All right. Now, who's going to go with us and be in on this? Now, who wants to be in on the big bucks?
I'll go with you. Huh? Ain't got nothing planned tonight anyway.
Good. That's one.
I'll come out to Joe's just to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, me too. But I ain't promising I'm going to the woods till I know what I'm hunting.
Hey, now there's two more smart men. All right. Now we need a few more. Who's coming?
What the hell? It's better than staying home with my old lady.
Count me in, Frank. And I can bring my uncle, too.
Good, that's it. We got enough men now. That's it.
The offer's closed. Now, don't forget, we meet at 9 at my place.
That's right, Joe, old buddy. And you guys don't forget to bring your guns. Now look, we meet at 9 o'clock, sharp, at Joe's.
JJ! Where the hell's your brother?
I don't know. He's outside somewhere.
What's wrong with him?
Your father's weird. I hate him.
If he was my father, I'd hate him too.
JJ! What the hell are you doing on the ground? You hear me, boy? I want to know what happened. Oh, my head. Where's the round thing?
Pa, the green man jumped me. They must have took the thing.
What do you mean it took the thing? How in the hell could you let it do that? I told you to lock it in the garage.
I was getting ready to, Pa, and then I heard a noise back here.
So you just come back here like a fool and let the green man take it? Damn you, boy. Now you're gonna make me look like a fool to Frank and the guys.
We can get that round thing back tonight, Pa, when we catch the green man.
Yeah, sure. If we catch the damn thing, then you better pray we catch it, or I'll turn you over to Custer and let him deal with you.
I tell you what, David, we're losing light fast. Let's say we call off the search today and pick it up tomorrow.
You don't think I was lying, do you? I mean, I know this thing came down around here. So...
David, I believe you all the way. It's just that we've got to find some fragments, if there are any. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. Let's say we head into town and get something to eat.
Yeah, I guess it does sound good.
All right.
Mom, is Dad going hunting?
No, Anne. I don't know what he's doing. Don't worry yourself about it.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about JJ, because I know he's going too.
Yeah, keep on talking.
Boys are here, just like they said.
Yeah, man, it's great. I tell you, Custer, we're going to be rich men.
Yeah, but you know, Joe, we got to catch this bird first. And I've been thinking. I think we ought to let some of the boys take lead. You know, let them walk in front, because we don't know what we're dealing with here, and there ain't no sense in us getting our heads blowed off.
Hey, Custer, we're waiting.
Hey, right, we know. Joe and me were just getting our plan set.
We still don't know what we're hunting.
Hey, I know you don't know, Bill. I know you don't know. And that's why I wanted you to meet out here at Joe's before we go out.
Well, then, what the hell is it?
What I'm about to tell you is going to sound a little bit unbelievable, but it's the truth. And you know me, and I wouldn't lie about something like this. Neither would Joe. And what we're going to be hunting out there, some kind of creature. It ain't human. There it is.
I know what I'm saying. I know it sounds crazy. But I'm telling you, there's something out there and it ain't human. If we can bring it in alive, we're all going to be rich.
Just hold on a minute. I know Custer and Montague ain't the most reliable men in town, but I do know they ain't crazy enough to drag us out here for nothing.
You're damn right. Now look, I seen that thing. I even shot at it, so I know it's out there.
Well, I'm gonna give him a shot. What about the rest of you?
Yeah, I'll go.
Me too. Yeah, I'll go.
With
Okay, but what's this thing look like?
It don't matter what it looks like. It don't look like us, and that's all that counts. Now listen, Joe and me are going into the woods. We're going down to Ebenezer Road. Follow us.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Let's hurry up.
What are they gonna look for, Ma?
Hey, how about a game of Scrabble?
I hate that game.
I'm gonna go play the jukebox.
Play Wood and Solar's new song.
Okay. Hey, Roscoe, give me another drink.
You're gonna slow down, Vicky. Frank's gonna get mad if I let you get all drunk, though.
Frank ain't gonna get mad at nobody, because we're gonna be rich.
Nice place, David. Yeah, it's not much, but the food's good.
Well, hi there, David. How you doing? You and your friend want some menus?
That'd be a great idea. And can I get a vodka martini, shaken not stirred, on the rocks with a twist of wine?
No.
How about a beer?
Sure can. Good for you, David?
Yes, a large.
I know you don't believe it, but you'll see. When Frank gets back, you'll see.
Where's Frank at?
It's a big secret. But I'll tell you, Willie, because I know you're a nice guy. Frank and Joe are up in the woods, and they're going to catch this spaceman that came here.
Spaceman? What are you talking about?
Oh, a spaceman from Mars or somewhere.
David, do you know that woman?
Yeah, it's Vicky Johnson.
See if you can get her over here.
Okay. Hey, Vicky. Vicky, come here.
Oh, hi, David. Little Davy Harmon. You sure are growing up quick.
Why don't you have a seat here? Let's buy you a drink.
Well, you're a true gentleman. And I don't even know your name.
This is Dr. Tracy, one of my college professors.
And we're so glad to meet you, Vicky.
Hey, Vicky. I heard you say that Frank's out in the woods. What's he doing out there?
I ain't supposed to tell nobody.
You can trust us. We wouldn't tell anyone, would we, David?
No, not a word of it.
I don't know. Frank might get mad at me if I tell you.
If we don't tell Frank, he can't get mad, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Okay, so what woods did he go to?
Up in Herndon. You know where the old Barclay shed is? Well, Joe Montague seen a green spaceman there this morning, and he and Frank are gonna catch it and sell it for a lot of money.
You know what she's talking about? Yeah, pretty good idea what she means.
What are we waiting for?
Let's go.
Vicky, nice meeting you.
Yeah, thanks, Vicky. See you later.
Now, wait a minute. I thought you were gonna buy me a drink.
right, guys, now listen up. I figure the best thing is to fan out in a straight line. Maybe 5, 10 feet apart.
Well, what if we see something?
You yell out, and you let the rest of us know. That's what.
Are you scared, Thompson?
Don't you take on the ground?
Get off me. Come on, Thompson, cool down.
Yeah, save your fight for this thing we're looking for. Okay, I'm cool. Hey, don't you think we ought to get moving?
All right. Real important, guys. You see these ropes? Well, me and Joe are going to use them to catch this bird alive. So you just shoot to scare it. Okay, now remember, we fan out, but stay close.
All right, boys, let's go. It shot him! It shot Giddings! The hell with this! Let him have it!
No! We need it alive!
Hey, Joe, forget it. You ain't gonna stop him. It's okay, though. You and me and JJ can still carry out our plan. Come on.
It's incredible.
David, it's actually happened. Do you realize that an alien life form has finally come to Earth?
I can't believe it.
Why are those fools shooting at the creature?
But Dr. Tracy, the creature's shooting back.
It must have been provoked, David. Scientific event in the entire history of the world is being lassoed by a bunch of rednecks.
Bill, come on! It's clear, man! They got him! All right! Let's go.
Hold him! Get him down there! Come on, hold him in there!
Those idiots, what do they think they're trying to accomplish?
We got him! We got him! Hold on! Watch out! Hey! McGregor, grab it!
Sure. That's Joe Montague, the older guy. His place is up by Meadow Lake.
Good. We're gonna follow them and keep an eye on this creature and hope to God they don't harm it.
Now look, Joe. We did our part out here tonight. You better make sure that bird don't get loose.
Don't worry, Custer. My pa always does a good job.
Well, he better, JJ, because if he don't, we're gonna hold you personally responsible, boy. Now look, you better keep your mouth shut about what went on out here tonight.
Don't be worrying about us keeping our mouths shut. You just make sure we get our part of the cut.
Yeah, what is our cut? We risk an awful lot to catch this damn thing.
Hey, don't worry about your cut, Thompson. I'm going into town tomorrow, and I'm gonna be talking to my contact.
Now let's get out there and bury them dead men.
No, I don't see where it makes no difference. We gotta do that. Those guys are dead. They ain't gonna feel nothing nohow.
After we test this gun out, we're going to have to check on that space mask.
Yeah, make sure he's tied up good and tight.
JJ, we gotta figure out how these things work.
Well, when we were fighting the spaceman, this thing seemed to power the gun.
I think you're right.
Joe, I demand to know what's going on, or I'm going to call the cops.
You do that, and I'll put your lights out for good.
I knew there was a green man. I saw him in the garage. Where'd it come from, JJ?
I ain't sure, Annie, but Pa thinks it's going to be worth a lot of money.
You're damn right. And another thing, I don't want you to say nothing to nobody about this. And that goes for all of you.
Joe Montague, I have had it. You're fooling around with something you don't know anything about.
Come here a minute. I want to talk to you for a minute.
Ethel, listen to me. I know you think I'm crazy. But that thing in the garage could be worth a lot of money.
Joe Montague, I don't know where that green man came from, but I don't think that's right that you have him tied up like that.
Some kind of a spaceman, Custer told me. Do you know what this means to us?
I don't want you having anything to do with Custer. He's a bum and a crook.
No, Ethel.
You don't know what you're doing.
I'm doing what I want, and that's that.
Come on, Annie.
Okay, JJ, let's figure this thing out.
Well, let's put it down here on the floor.
Okay, but
Careful of that sweat. I've got something here, Paul. Oh, doesn't spit fire. It ain't even hot. This gun, listen. Sounds like it's getting ready to fire. Tell you what, let's shoot it into that stairway.
Hot damn, JJ, this is great.
Shoot another one, Paul.
I bet the Russians would pay $1 million for this.
Looks clear, David. Guess now's as good a time as any.
I hope nobody catches us.
Yeah, me too. But look, if someone does find us, I'll stall, and you get the hell out of here as fast as you can.
Right. And I'll get the sheriff.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Slowly now. Stand up, back away slowly, and let's see what he does.
Frank! Boy, I'm nervous as a hog on a grill. You got good news, I hope.
Sure do, Joe. I just got back from town, seeing my contacts. It took a lot of convincing, but they're going to come out and take a look at the spaceman. And when they do, you and me are going to be two rich dudes.
Sounds great, Frank.
Damn it, they're right outside. It's Custer and Joe Montague. I don't think we have a choice, David. Tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to whip this door open. We're going to make a break for it. We'll give our friend back here a messenger. Hope to hell he knows how to run. Ready?
Yeah.
What the hell? Hey! Hey! I got my gun right here.
Tracy, no!
Frank, no, he's just a kid. Get off, Joe. He's still a witness.
I didn't mean to do that. Look, I saw everything that happened. My father has that creature's gun again.
Is the alien okay?
I don't know. I think it is. David, you've got to come with me. I'm supposed to meet Michael, and I know he can help us.
I don't know. I don't feel too good.
Look, I know what you've been through, and I understand how you feel, but we need help. And right now, Michael's our last chance.
Okay.
Come on. Michael!
Carol, where have you been? You're really late. What's David doing here?
Oh, Michael, you've got to help us.
Why? What's wrong? Is your father...
No, it's not that.
Custer shot Dr. Tracy. He's dead.
What?
It's true, Michael.
Where's Custer now? I'll break every bone in his body.
Custer is dead. The alien, that creature that came here, he killed Custer.
That spaceman saved my life.
That's it. I told you before we should have told the sheriff about this thing.
Forget that, Michael.
Dr. Tracy didn't think the alien was hostile. He thinks he just wanted to get his gun and equipment back.
I saw my father take the spaceman's gun, and there's no telling what he'll do.
Carol, we shouldn't be fooling around with this thing.
Michael, we've got to get those things back to the spaceman.
It'll probably leave us alone if he gets the gun back.
All right, I'll help you. But we better get your mother and Annie out of the house before I go in.
That's going to be really hard. Dad'll be there.
All right, talk to him tonight and plan on sneaking him out in the morning. Then we'll all meet back here at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'll try and think of some plan. Some way to get that gun back from your father.
I'll help out, too.
Great.
David, we better go. Just remember, Michael, I love you.
What the hell's wrong? Wow.
Pa, what's wrong? What is it, Pa?
That spaceman was in the house. I damn near got it.
Oh, God. I saw it. It touched me. This green thing came down and touched me. Oh, it's horrible.
Ethel! 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 Hey! JJ! Anybody here? JJ! Where is everybody? Ethel!
I don't want to go. I'm tired of this. Why don't we just move away?
Oh, Annie, come on.
No.
Come on,
Annie.
Mom.
We're going to be late. Will you just leave her?
Wonder when they're gonna get here.
Here they are. Hi.
You bet.
Come on, Annie.
What's wrong with Annie?
She's upset about this. Let's just leave her alone.
Okay, here's the plan. First thing we have to do is go back to the house and find out where Joe is. It'll be up to you to get him outside.
Okay, once I get him outside, you grab him.
I don't know. I don't like this whole thing.
JJ, we're not trying to hurt Dad. We just want to get the weapon away from him. Will you stop being such a wimp?
You say that, but Dad can really put up a fight when he wants to.
Don't worry, JJ. I think we can handle him. Look, is everybody ready?
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's get Annie and go.
Okay.
Annie, come on. Come with us. We really, really do need your help. Good.
Joe, where's Frank?
Oh, Becky, come on in.
Where's Frank, Joe? He never showed up last night. That's not like Frank.
Hey, good old Frank. Good man. Good man.
Is Frank here? Where is he, Joe?
Is Frank here? Let's go look.
Frank? Frank, are you in here?
Let's have a drink, Vicky. We'll figure out where Frank is.
I don't want to drink. Where's Ethel? Where's the rest of your family, Joe?
Who knows? Who cares? They're somewhere.
Come on, sit down and have one little drink with me.
All right, I'll sit down, Joe. But I want you to tell me where Frank is. I'm really worried about him. I don't want to drink, Joe. I want you to tell me where Frank is.
Good old Frank. Yeah, you know, we caught that spaceman. He got away, but we had him.
Is Frank trying to catch him again? Is he still out in the woods?
Yeah, Frank, yeah, right. That's it. He's out in the woods.
Well, where, Joe? Take me to him, please.
I could do that.
Would you, Joe?
Yeah. You know, you're a pretty good-looking woman, Vicky.
Joe, I just want to see Frank.
Give me a little kiss first, huh?
No, Joe! Just take me to see Frank. No, get your hands off! Get off me!
Come on, baby. You don't need Frank. You got me now.
George, off me, you maniac! Frank will kill you!
Man, this is better than we thought. He's passed out cold. You guys stay here. And whatever happens, if Joe wakes up, stall him. Keep him here. We've got to have time to find that creature. Don't let him come after us. You ready?
Yeah. Wait a minute, Michael. I'm going with you.
No, you're not. You're staying here.
There's no way you're going without me.
We've got to get moving. All right, let's go. Come on, let's go.
It should be over this way. That's where I saw the fireball come down.
Fireball?
Well, I thought it was a fireball when I first saw it. It must have been that spaceman ship.
Over there, huh?
Yeah.
Well, then let's go.
You've been out of it.
Shut up, woman! JJ? Look at me, boy. I'm asking you. Where's the gun from the spaceman?
Oh, you gotta understand.
Carol. She ain't here. She took it. I'll kill her.
Joe, no. Joe, no, Danny.
Get off me!
Joe, no, Joe!
Wait, do you hear something?
Sounds like somebody running.
Oh no, it's my father.
Come on.
Hold it! Okay. Hold it right there. That's it. Now, don't nobody move now. Except you, punk. Put that gun down on the ground. Nice and easy. Now, you all back off.
reckon how much is left.
The sun's going down, Rex. I guess you're gonna have to take me home now.
Yeah, good old son. We bid you farewell. You want for the road?
Pete, I found Mary Jane Carter. She's a bit bruised up, and I think she's in shock, but she should be okay.
Well, our folks would be glad to hear that. What about Rex Walker? His father called again a few minutes ago.
Rex is dead, Pete. Looks like an animal attack. Ted and Vance are a few minutes behind me, and they're bringing in the body. Did you call Ruth?
Yeah, she and Steven are expecting him.
Good. I'm on my way there now. You better get your car and meet me out there. Hey, and while you're at it, give the mayor a call and let him know what's going on.
He told us what had happened.
Ted and Vance are on their way here now with Rex's body.
Steven, she's in a state of shock. Help me get her into the house.
Okay, Aunt Ruth.
Well, I don't know. The doc just took her in.
What do you want us to do with Rex?
Well, let's leave him in the car for now.
Hi, Vance. Ted.
Hi, Steven. How's it going?
Okay until now. Is the body in here, Sheriff?
Yeah. Come on, I'll show you.
God.
What do you think, Doc? Wild animal?
It looks that way, but I can't be sure.
We'd better move Rex inside now.
Oh, would you boys help Steven?
Sure.
Morning, Jack.
Hello, Bert.
Rex Walker, huh? How's Mary Jane?
She's in shock, but she'll be okay.
She say anything about what happened?
Shock, Bert. She didn't say anything.
Oh, right. What about Rex? How bad's the body?
Pretty bad. Must have been some kind of big animal. Apparently, he and Mary Jane were parked out near the river.
Doesn't make sense that an animal would attack them in the car. But whatever it is, you and Pete better get out there and find it.
Don't worry, we will.
Looks like we're getting an audience, Sheriff.
That's all we need.
Jack, you better get rid of them. Look, I'm going back to my office. Let me know when you hear anything from Ruth.
I'll keep in touch.
Okay. Pete, want to give me a ride back to town? Sure thing, Mayor. Okay.
Hey, you guys are gonna have to get out of here.
Wait a minute, Sheriff. We heard what happened to Rex, and we want to help you.
You heard?
Yeah, we heard your call to Pete on my scanner.
Yeah, you're gonna need help, Sheriff.
Look, this is strictly police work right now. The best thing you can do is keep your eyes open, and if you see anything, a bear or a bobcat, let us know right away.
How can we see anything if we don't go look for it?
Rex wasn't looking for it, was he?
Really nice here.
Yeah, it's really nice. Listen, why don't you look at me instead of the fish?
Phil, no. I said no.
Well, if you're going to be like that, I'll see you back at the car.
baby.
You okay? What happened? You all right? You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. What's different? I can't remember.
Mary Jane seems to be doing a little bit better right now.
Aunt Ruth, I've been looking at these wounds, and something is not quite right.
Why? What are you talking about?
Well, look at the wounds. A mountain lion or a bear would have clawed Rex, but this looks as though something extremely sharp had penetrated the skin and then had been pulled out very quickly. And if you look closely, there's some sort of secretion around each of the wounds.
I think we'd better wait before we make any conclusions until we've done a thorough autopsy.
Hello? Oh, hi, Edie.
Hi, Stephen. I'm calling to follow up on Rex. I can hardly believe I'm writing a story like this.
Yes, I know.
How's Mary Jane?
Oh, I think she'll be okay.
Jack said that Ruth was handling the autopsy. Can I speak to her?
Sure, hold on.
Hi, Ruth. Any clues to what happened?
Well, I can't give you too much information yet.
The two boys who found Rex seemed to think it was done by a bear. Can you confirm that?
I suppose it's possible it was some sort of big animal. But we won't know until after the autopsy. No, I can't give you any more information right now.
Well, I can't go to press without mentioning a likely cause of death. Ruth, that's when rumors start. Okay. Would it be fair to say that the likely cause of death at press time was an attack by a large animal?
Oh, I'm sure it would be all right if you at least alerted everyone that a wild animal might be on the loose. Wouldn't hurt to have people on the lookout. Oh, no trouble, Edie. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I still say the sheriff's going to need help.
Let it ride, man. He said not to butt in.
So what? There's no law against us going out and looking around.
Screw it. They're not going to give a reward for the animal.
Yeah, and it's cold as hell up in those hills.
I'll drink to that.
What is it with you guys? I mean, we could probably track this animal down and kill it without any trouble. And it would be better than sitting around here and doing nothing. Come on. Come on, let's do it.
All right.
Hey, that's more like it. I'll give Susan a call.
Susan? What do we want to take her for?
Yeah, that's stupid.
No, it's not stupid. She's a cool chick and we're going to take her with us. You guys got it? Come on, let's get started. Now look, We all stick together. Something might happen if we get separated. Together, we have 3 guns against the target.
I still say we're nuts to take her.
Now look, man, we're taking her. Now she'll be okay as long as she stays in between us.
Come on, will you two stop arguing? Let's get started.
Look, Ethan, I warned them earlier today not to go looking for the animal. I mean, I can only do so much. Yeah, I realized they were just kids. Ruth's doing the autopsies now, but she's pretty sure it was the same animal. Same types of wounds.
Uh-huh. Well, look, Edie, your best bet's to talk to Ruth, you know? I mean, she can tell you more than I can. Yeah. Okay. Right. Goodbye.
Our over-anxious girl reporter, huh?
Yeah, she wanted to know about Ernie, Clay, and Richie.
You tell her what Susan said about a monster killing them?
No. I think Susan was just a little hysterical. The shock and everything, you know?
Like Mary Jane, huh?
Yeah. The doc says Mary Jane's coming around a little, but she hasn't said anything yet.
So we're gonna go out looking for the animal first thing in the morning?
Yeah. I think we'll start over here near the river. Near where they found Rex Walker. And then we can circle on around down here to the south.
It's gonna be tough, Sheriff. They're calling for 5 or more inches of snow tonight.
Yeah, I heard the forecast. Well, maybe the cold will slow this animal down and we'll have a better crack at catching up to it.
I've never seen anything like this, Jack. Ed Miller's body has all the signs of some rare childhood disease called progeria.
Pro what?
Progeria. It's a rare childhood disease that causes an acceleration of the aging process. The skin ages and wrinkles, and the person develops arthritis, arteriosclerosis. The internal organs deteriorate and fail.
You mean there really is a disease like that?
Oh, yes, but it's very rare. Little research has been done on it.
And that's what Ed Miller died from?
Well, I don't think so. Number one, it's a disease that afflicts children only, as far as we know. Number two, Ed's body has deteriorated beyond old age, almost to the point of being a decayed corpse. The blood, the internal organs, dehydrated.
But it could be this disease you're talking about?
I wish I could say yes, Jack. That would make things so much easier. But progeria is a progressive disease that takes a longer period of time. And everyone knows that Ed Miller was in town just yesterday.
That's right, Sheriff. Saw him coming out of the grocery store.
Yeah, I know. I saw him myself. Well, I guess we'll have to chalk Ed Miller's death up to unknown reasons for right now. Now, what do you have on Rex Walker?
Jack, I don't know what's going on around here. Besides being mangled, Rex's body was loaded with some sort of very lethal poison. As far as Stephen and I could ascertain, the poison entered the body through the flesh wounds.
Which means it couldn't have been a bear or a bobcat that killed Rex. So, where does that leave us?
Oh, hello, Ruth. I just came from your place. Stephen told me what happened to Ed Miller. Let me ask you, do you have any other conclusions?
There are no other conclusions at this point, Bert. Look, I gotta get back to the office. Jack, if anything else turns up, I'll let you know.
Okay, Ruth.
I'll talk to you later, Ruth.
What the hell's going on, Jack?
I wish I knew, Bert.
You wish you knew? This kind of thing can give Perry Hill a bad name.
And you're worried about that damned amusement park they want to build outside of town?
Amusement park? Jack, we're talking about a $30 million entertainment complex. I mean, it could mean hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for this town.
Yeah, and 100,000 headaches, too. Look, Bert, I don't care about that damn complex, and I don't care about how much money it brings to you, to the town, or to anybody. All I know is we've got 5 killings on our hands, and I think we ought to call in the state police.
Oh, Jack, don't talk like that. Whatever it is, you and Pete can solve it. You're our elected law officers. We don't need any outside help. Now, I want you to get cracking on this. And I want some answers, and I want them soon. The longer it takes to solve this, the more the chance of something leaking out. And I won't have any bad publicity. Especially not now. Whether you like it or not, Jack, this complex is going to mean a lot to this town.
Whatever you say.
Jack, stick it out with me. I've got confidence in you and Pete. Look, I'll be home if you need me.
Well, guess we got our work cut out for us, huh? Yeah, old buddy. Guess we better get started.
Where's everybody at? I guess they're all staying indoors with all these killings. A lot of guts, huh?
It's really been bad for business.
Mayor Wicker?
That's right.
Hi, Mayor. My name is Benjamin Zachary. Could I talk with you a minute?
Sure. Come on in.
Have a seat. Thank you. Now, what can I do for you, Mr. Zachary? Well, this is going to sound a little strange, Mayor. I'm from over in Harford County. I work at the Garrett Observatory there.
Oh, sure. I'm somewhat familiar with that.
Anyway, 2 nights ago, I observed a small meteorite that did enter the atmosphere. I tracked it down as much as possible, and it seemingly hit the Earth. Well, by my estimation, it hit somewhere on the north side of your town.
A meteor?
Yes, that's why I came here. I'm somewhat of an adventurer. I've dedicated my life to the study and research of strange phenomena. I've made a few expeditions to places like the Himalayas, the Amazon.
Bigfoot and all that, huh?
Right. Well, I guess when you come down to it, Mayor, I'm one of those people who believe that there are unknown life forms, both here on Earth and on other worlds. In fact, that's why I began working at the observatory.
This meteor, nobody around here reported seeing or hearing anything.
Well, I don't doubt that. It hit, that is, if it really did hit, around 4 in the morning. Man, like I said, it was very small to begin with. No, I'd say that it hit around 8 to 10 miles out in the hills. So it's not likely that anybody would have seen it in the first place.
Sounds a little wild. A meteor landing here?
Maybe landing. Oh, that's why I looked you up. I just wanted to let you know that I'll be poking around these hills for a couple of days, if that's all right with you.
Oh, of course it's all right with me. But those hills are dangerous. We've had a lot of snow up there the last few days.
I'm aware of that.
I suppose I should warn you, Mr. Zachary. There's some sort of vicious animal loose around here. Several of our citizens have been killed in the past few days.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'd like to know more about these killings, if you don't mind. Maybe I can help somehow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You see, I've got this pretty big business venture cooking for this town. Involves a huge entertainment complex being built right outside of Perry Hill. And these killings, bad publicity, you know what I mean.
Help, Bert. Now, that's all I need is another untrained person running around those woods. I don't care what he says, Bert. Do you know for a fact that this man is trained for this kind of thing? No, it's not like you to take to a stranger so easily, Bert. And this guy sounds like a crackpot to me. But you're the boss. No way, no. You take him out to the North Ridge area. I'm not. You can fire me if you want, but I'm not going to take this guy out on a wild goose chase. Yeah. Yeah, goodbye.
What was that all about?
Some guy named Zachary wandered into town, and somehow he convinced the mayor that there might be a meteor, right? A meteor landed up on the North Ridge.
Meteor? I didn't hear anything about it.
Nobody did. But this guy Zachary says that it landed about 4 in the morning a few days ago.
Well, how does he know?
The guy works over at the Garrett Observatory. You know that place over in Harford County? You know, Bert seems to think that he can help us with the killings. They're going out to look for the meteor tomorrow. Damn fools. They'll probably kill themselves up there in all that snow.
what you told me, it's out there, about 3 or 4 miles.
And we've got to go by foot from here, huh?
Right, there's no roads back there. It's pretty rough terrain, mostly hills and gullies.
What in God's name is that? Well, it looks like my meteor is a spacecraft of some kind. Come on, Mayor. Let's take a closer look.
Zachary, I have to admit, that's one hell of a sight.
Yes, it is. Do you have any idea what this means, Mayor Wicker?
No, and I'm not sure I want to know.
Wait a minute. That noise.
What noise?
Zachary. Zachary. Where are you going? What's wrong? Where the hell do you think you're going? Quiet.
Please. He's trying to communicate with me.
Are you all right? What happened? What was all that about? The blue light. Look, I'll explain later. We've got to get out of here fast. That thing is going to explode.
Spaceships? Creatures? What are you trying to feed us here?
Jack, would you just listen? So when I knelt over the creature, my mind went momentarily blank. And then I was aware of a bright blue light. Then thoughts began to enter my mind. It wasn't really as though someone was talking to me, but I knew that these thoughts were there. The creature communicating with me was apparently transporting zoological specimens back to his home planet. Now, I know that he had 3 creatures that were captured in various parts of the galaxy, but something went wrong with his spacecraft and he was forced down to Earth. When the ship crashed, the alien was mortally wounded, and the electronic screens holding the specimens were deactivated, and the specimens were freed. Those creature specimens have obviously been killing your townspeople. Now, I know that the creatures are air breathers, or at least 2 of them are. And those 2 are basically non-thinking animal forms. Now, they're probably on the offensive in a strange environment, striking at anything that moves. But the alien communicated that the 3rd specimen is a clever thinking creature and a killer. The only thing I know about that 3rd creature is that it's hard to detect in bright light. I assume it must be some sort of an energy being. And that's it. That's all I know. The alien died, I guess. And the thought stopped right after it communicated that the spaceship was about to explode.
Do you really expect us to believe all that?
Jack, believe him. I was there. It happened. I saw it. Well, Mr. Zachary, what do you suggest we do? I guess we should call in the Army on something like this.
Not necessarily, Mayor. I have a lot of equipment with me. And since this sort of thing is in my field, I think I can stop the creatures.
With what? I thought bullets didn't have any effect on these creatures.
Conventional weapons may not work, Miss Martin. But like I said, I do have some special equipment. Well, it's up to you, Mayor. If you'd like me to try, I'm willing to start right away.
Bert, you can do what you like. But these creatures have now killed several people. And I think the smartest thing we can do is evacuate the town. Then call in the government. Let them take care of it.
It's tough. Believe me, folks. It's tough. Mr. Zachary, I'll give you a couple days. If you can kill these creatures, fine. If you can't, we'll have to take the sheriff's advice.
Very well, Mayor. I'll get started right now.
Jack, I want you to give Mr. Zachary all the help you can.
Thank you, Mayor, but I would prefer to work alone on this. That's the way I function best.
Oh, whatever you think, Mr. Zachary. The sheriff will probably be better off watching the home front anyway. Well, Jack, keep on the alert for anyone calling in. If you need me, I'll be down at Luke's.
I'm going on patrol. I'll see you later.
Poor Jack. I think the mayor's making a terrible mistake.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sick of looking at dead bodies, I'm ready to leave town now.
And like you said, Edie, bullets don't have any effect on them. I wonder how Zachary's gonna kill the creatures.
What other ways are there?
I don't know. Bombs, gas.
Fire. Maybe you could burn them.
Fire, huh? Well, I better get back to my office. I'll see you two later.
You scared me to death.
Well, I'm sorry, but what are you doing out here anyway?
I don't know. Pete said the fire would kill the creatures, so I brought some gas. Well, I guess it was a stupid idea, but I just don't trust that Zachary. There's something about him I just don't like.
Yeah, he's an oddball, all right. Hey, you know, that gasoline idea of yours might not be too bad. You bring any matches?
Yeah, I got my cricket. Hey, you haven't told me what you're doing out here.
Same thing as you, I guess. I just can't sit still knowing those creatures are running around loose.
Yes, me. You realize, of course, that you almost ruined my chances of getting at this creature, don't you? Don't you?
Then you killed it. How?
It was simple enough to figure out. This is a hard-shelled insect form. Since bullets didn't penetrate it, I knew a different approach was needed. I've got a high-frequency speaker over there. In effect, what I did was use an extremely high-pitched sound to burst its shell.
What's that needle for?
I've extracted some fluid from the joint of this thing's claw. I'm sure it'll be the same poisons found in several of the victims.
Good thing you were here, Zachary.
Well, let me tell you something. I don't appreciate you two coming out here. I almost had this thing coaxed into the sound field when you two showed up and almost distracted it. Fortunately, you lured it back into my range. Look, I specifically said I wanted to work alone. Perhaps now you can see my reasoning.
Look, Mr. Zachary, despite what the mayor says, I have a right as a reporter to be out here, too.
Rights don't matter in a situation like this, Miss Martin. Now, look, you either let me handle this in my own way or you go call in your army. But I think I have proven right here and now that I'm capable of dealing with these creatures.
All right, Mr. Zachary, we'll play the game your way. I apologize for the intrusion.
I know you don't care for him, Jack, but he did save Stephen and Edie's life last night.
So he's killed one creature. Look, he said there were 3 altogether. And we haven't seen anything of the other 2. Look, they could be miles from this area by now.
I don't know. Zachary seems to think they'll stay around here since it's where the spaceship crashed and all.
Anyway, look, I've got a crucial meeting with Mr. Farino about the entertainment complex. I'll be back in, say, an hour. Call me then and we'll discuss it further.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right, goodbye, Bert. Look, Pete, I'm going to go down the street and get some breakfast. I'm starved.
Okay. Take your time, Sheriff. I'll mind the store.
Hi, Pete.
Oh, Mary Jane, how are you?
I'm a lot better now, thanks.
Well, it's good to see you up and around. I know you've been through a lot.
Yeah, I heard that Susan went through it too, and it was probably worse than what happened to me.
Yeah, you were both lucky to get away.
I know. I talked to Mr. Zachary, and he thinks that our screaming may have helped keep the creature away.
Mm-hmm. He killed it with a high-pitched sound. And I guess the scream is pretty close to that.
I don't even like to think about it. It's like a nightmare, and I'm just so glad it's over.
Well, I'll be glad when it's all over.
I know. Well, I was on my way to Mayor Wicker's house to thank him for helping, and I just wanted to stop by and say hi.
Well, I'm glad you did. Now, you take care of yourself, okay?
I will. I'll see you later, Pete.
Okay.
Pete, you there?
Yeah, Sheriff, where are you?
I'm out Stemmers Creek Road. Look, I was thinking it over, and I'm convinced this thing should be in the hands of the government. So I'm going to run by the mayor's house and try to talk some sense into him.
Oh, boy, he isn't going to like that.
Well, I don't care if he does or not. Anyway, Ruth's going to stop by with a report on the Bradford killing. So you take care of that for me, will you?
Okay, Sheriff.
What's wrong, Sheriff?
I need help. Get out to the mayor's place fast.
Oh, my God. The sheriff's in trouble. Get my car quickly, Stephen.
Well, don't you think we should let Pete take care of this, Aunt Ruth?
Will you hurry?
the door behind me.
Is everybody okay? Stephen, Ruth, thank you.
You okay, Sheriff?
I'll live. Well, it looks like you saved the day again, Zachary.
Well, I hadn't planned it that way. I came here to talk to the mayor.
By the way, where is the mayor?
He's dead, behind the garage.
Well, this thing won't kill anyone else, that's for sure.
Yeah, speaking of that, what did you use to kill it?
It's a specially designed weapon I devised myself. It fires a projectile placed at the tip, in this case, a hypodermic needle, which injects fluid upon impact with the target. Actually, that giant insect I killed last night helped kill this creature.
What do you mean?
Remember that poison I extracted?
Yeah.
Well, that's the same poison I shot into this creature. When the doctor said how lethal the poison found in the victims was, well, I reasoned that it might be lethal enough to kill one of these other creatures. It was a gamble, but it paid off.
Thinking about the mayor, Sheriff?
Oh, I guess a little bit. That and everything else that's happened. It's been like a crazy nightmare. Pete, will you get that for me? I don't really feel like talking.
Sheriff's office. Just a minute. Did you put in a call to a Mr. Dodds at the Garrett Observatory?
Yeah, my call about Zachary. Hello, Mr. Dodds. Sheriff Cinder, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, I talked to your secretary yesterday. Uh-huh. Benjamin Zachary. Ah, I see. Well, no, we'll handle it. Look, thank you very much, Mr. Dodds. Okay. Goodbye. My hunch was right. They never heard of a Mr. Zachary at the Garrett Observatory.
Mr. Zachary, are you all right?
You certainly are persistent, Miss Martin.
That thing you were fighting, where did it go? Is it dead?
It's quite dead. Your town is safe again now.
What kind of ungodly being was that?
It's called a lemoid, Miss Martin. It's a devilish creature capable of withdrawing the very life force out of other beings. The same creature responsible for that aged corpse that none of you could figure out.
I'm getting confused. If it can take the life out of others, why couldn't it kill you?
Oh, I have my own protective force against the lemoy, although it did weaken me.
I don't understand. You keep on referring to it as though you know it.
No, stop! That's close enough.
Why? What's wrong?
I'm surprised you haven't figured it out.
What? What do you mean?
Edie, don't you see? I am an alien, too. These three creatures that I've killed, they're wild beasts brought to your Earth quite by accident. I knew the spacecraft had crashed in those hills. I used the meteor story as a cover.
Wait. This doesn't make any sense.
If you'll just listen a moment. That spacecraft was en route to my planet. The cargo, of course, were the three creatures who had been terrorizing your town. They were zoological specimens captured on distant worlds and being brought back to my world for study. That alien I communicated with was another intelligent being from my planet. Unfortunately, the craft malfunctioned and crashed here. I was sent to intercede with as little spectacle as possible.
I still don't understand. You're human like us and you speak English.
Humanoid, Edie, but not like your people. Our technology is extremely advanced. I was able to manufacture a disguise, and I learned your language through telepathy. I acted cold and distant because I knew the danger all of you were facing, and I wanted to keep you away from it. It was the only way I knew how.
Why are you hiding back there in the shadows?
The Lemoid destroyed my earthly disguise, and although we are a peaceable race, to you I would look horrible.
I want to see what you look like.
No, please.
Edie, look out!
No, Jack, no! It was Zachary, Jack. It was Zachary. He wasn't gonna hurt me.